Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, I'm Syifa Diani Putri with NPM A1B02464. Today I will explain to you guys about 3 different texts and the example of the text. First is there is text about procedure text. Procedure text is a type of text that explain how to do, how to make, or how to use something through a series of other steps. The purpose, it helps readers complete a task currently and systematically. Procedure texts are commonly found in laboratory instruction, user manuals, tutorials, technical guides, and scientific experiments. So, these texts have purposes to give instructions clearly, to explain steps in order, and to guide readers in doing or making something. Okay, there are 3 main structures of procedure text. First, there's goal. Second, material, ingredients or tool. Third or last is steps or methods. Okay, now let's move to the analysis of the text. Here we have text about procedure, how to make chocolate banana bread. The purpose is to give an instruction how to cook chocolate banana bread simply by following the steps. On the other hand, the material or ingredients, we have banana, 3 ribs banana, so 2 eggs, then 100 gram white sugar, 80 ml natural oil. You can use sunflower oil or vegetarian oil. Then 1 teaspoon vanilla essence, 160 gram all-purpose flour, and there is 30 gram cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon baking soda, a pinch of salt, and optional you can use 70 gram chocolate chunks. Okay, now we move to the preparations. Before cooking, prepare all the ingredients and tools needed. Mash the bananas, measure the ingredients, and grease the baking tin before pouring the butter. Okay, now let's talk about the steps or method. In this text, they use such as number. First, mash the bananas in a large bowl. Second, whisk in eggs, sugar, oil, and vanilla. 3. Sift in flour, cocoa powder, baking soda, and salt. 4. Fold gently until just combined. 5. Add chocolate chunks if desired. 6. Pour the batter into a greased tin and smooth the top. 7. Bake at 170 minutes. Let banana bread cool for 10 until 15 minutes before glazing. Okay, in this procedure text, the language feature using imperative verbs such as mash, whisk, sift, fold, pour, bake, and let cool, and use sequence number like 1, 2, 3 until 8. Okay, now let's move to the second type of the text. It's about descriptive text. A descriptive text is a text that explains a particular, such as can person, place, can a thing or object in detail, so the reader can imagine it clearly. Communicative purpose of this text is to describe and give more detail about information like a specific object, person, place, or thing. Okay, now move to the structure. These texts have 2 main structures. First, identification introduces the object or subject being described. Last, or the second, is description. Explain the characteristics, qualities, appearance, or part of the subject. Okay, now let's talk about language features. This text has several language features such as use simple present tense, adjectives, use specific participants, linking verbs such as like is, are, has, and have. Then last, use descriptive and detailed vocabulary. Okay, now we move to the analysis. Here we have an example about my house. About the title is my house. So the first structure is identification. This part introduces the house where she lives in the first sentence, in the first paragraphs. Then sounds, I live in a house, our house is big. This part identifies the subject of the text, which is the writer's house. Then second or last, there is descriptions, detail about the house. First, she mentioned there are 2 floors in it, there are 6 rooms in our house. So she mentioned about there is a living room, 2 bedrooms, and a big hall on the front floor. So the sentence talk about my room is on the first floor. I have 2 big windows in my room. It is big and light. In my room, I have a bed and a desk and a chair and 2 bookshelves. So this explained that she talked about the specific items and room and floor about his house, about the outer house. There are several language features that we can talk about in this text about my house. First, simple present tense. She used live, is, are, have, and likes. Then second, there is descriptive adjectives. Descriptive adjective. Okay, now we talk about language features. First, there is simple present tense. The author used a word like live, is, are, have, and likes. Second, there is descriptive adjectives. The author used big like, big garden, big house. So the specific participant like my house, our garden. Linking verb, there is, are. So there is possessive word such as my room, our house, our family. So there is or the last is spatial or information about place. She is about like first floor, second floor, in the garden, our house. Okay, that's all the language features of descriptive text. Now we move to the last text that we will explain, that we will talk about today. It is recount text. Recount text is a type of text that tells or retells past events or experience in chronological order. The events are usually based on the writer's real experiences and are written to inform, entertain, or share memories with the readers. Okay, recount text focuses on what happened, when it happened, and where it happened, and who was involved in the event. So, recount text have a structure such as orientation, event, and reorientations. Recount text also have several language features such as simple past, action verb, time connectives, specific participants, adverb of time and place, and last personal feelings. Okay, now we move to the analysis of the text about the museum. First, there is orientation. The orientation is introduced to participants, place, and time of the event. For example, when, it in the last Friday, where in the museum, and who is the writer and the group. So, second structure, there is events. Tells the sequence of events that happened during the trip. This the event part, there is in paragraph 2 until paragraph 4. In paragraph 2, the writer tells about visiting the dinosaur exhibitions, while paragraph 3, the writer explains playing games and solving clues. In last paragraph of events, the author writes about lunch, watching a video, and seeing a real mummies. And last, in the reorientations, contain the conclusion of personal feelings about the experience. The last paragraph shows the writer's opinion and feeling about the trip. The author said he loves going to the museum so much. Now, let's talk about language features in the text. First, this text uses simple past tense such as went, drove, met, took, played, and watched. Action verb, the author used caught, followed, found, and returned. In time connective or sequence word, the author used such as first, next, after that, and when. The specific participants, the author used we, so there is Mr. Smith, there is as, so adverb of time and place, there is in the Friday in the museum. So personal comment or personal feeling. In the last paragraph, the author consists, I love going to the museum. It was the best excursion I have ever been on. That's the personal feeling about the author when the author went to the museum. Okay, that's all about 3 types of text that we talk about today. First, there is procedure text. Second, there is descriptive text, and last we talk about recount text. I hope this video is clear and we all get the benefits. Thanks. I'm Syifa Diani Putri. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.